Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
Well, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. We got Hellwheeler, Tibalts, KJ, Hellwheeler, everybody.
Are you sure we have Tibalts? I mean, I'm looking at him. Last time I knew, he had like eyes, a mouth, a nose, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So far, he looks a little ninja star.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what happened. I had a camera yesterday. I'm not sure why I don't have one now.
Check your virtual camera.
So it looks like OBS is having an issue.
Make sure virtual cam is turned on.
Let's see.
Virtual cam.
I don't even know where to look for that.
It's next to your go live button. Instead of hitting the go live, hit the virtual camera.
Okay.
Yeah. All the good stuff.
I'll work on that in the meantime. Don't let me stop things.
We got Lone Wolf. Whoop, whoop. Lone Wolf, how's it going? Welcome to the question show, the live Q&A Wednesday. Super Fast Tortoise and friends here, just chilling. If you have any questions, we'll answer them. Even if we don't know the answer, we'll make up an answer. I mean, like a common question we get in the thread is, how's kjcowboydan so handsome?
Well, a lot of practice, time travel.
Time travel really does well in the age, right? Makes you look younger.
I mean, it also helps the fact that he's a cartoon, so any of those blemishes he starts getting, he just picks the rubber up and just gets rid of them.
Right,
you already know you're a cartoon as well.
Oh, yes, I know. It's excellent. Do you know how little fluff these cats leaves? Like these real ones out here in the real wide world, they're leaving fluff everywhere. But these two on my lap, perfect. There's not a loose hair in sight.
Cats are cats. So right now my cat is molting. Molting. I don't know if that's really a word for cats, but
well, it's definitely a word. You get
it's a word for birds and other animals. I believe it's just like for cats, it's just fur all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. Fur's going crazy. Look, there we got a face.
Hey,
man, wearing a Magic the Gathering shirt.
And I'm wearing my Magic shirt. It would have been a shame not to be able to show that off.
Right.
Oh, well, at least we've got eyes, nose, mouth, and a beard, and the bald head to join everyone else.
The beard's the most important part.
That's right. The beard. The beard. We're growing out the beard. Like one day that beard will reach his belly button.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've had that, but yeah, I had that at one point.
Well, now here's a question. when your beard reaches your belly button, are you going to plait it? Put it into a little ponytail? What are we going to do with it? How are we going to stylize it?
Here's what I've been trying to do. I want to do the comb over. So I want to be able to put that on top so that this just comes all the way around then. So I can have some more up here again. This has been lonely.
You're trying to use your beard to replenish your head hair?
Exactly. Maybe if I split it each way and just bring it up, I don't know. We'll figure out something.
Right. Grow a long beard, donate it to the Lock of Love or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I did that one picture where I put Tortoise's beard on top of his head just to see what he'd look like with hair. And I could do that for you as well. It's the one thing on Photoshop I can do really well.
Putting hair on a head.
Well, moving beard hair to the top of the head.
Here's a question. Why do you have to use OBS to get into here, Tybalt?
I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm doing. Superfast sent me a link. I clicked on it and just answered okay to everything that they asked me. And I probably put my bank information out there. I don't know.
No, don't put your bank information out there. It's crazy.
I was just wondering because all I do is just click on the link and this right here shows up.
Yeah.
Here on StreamYards, but it don't show up on my streams.
I'm not sure how. Well, I mean, I know that this supports the background for me and stuff, but as far as the camera goes, honestly, I have no idea. And I probably would have a far better working computer if I could turn off all these processes that I don't know what they're doing in the background.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll have to have Superfast give me a crash course at some point on OBS and how to do that.
Right, it sounds like you probably want to change what you've got starting up on your PC.
Yeah, probably so.
Starting everything up as you boot the PC up, and the poor thing's going, "Don't do this. Why do you want so much open at once?"
Yeah, like if you open up OBS before you get a StreamYard, OBS overrides your camera links and then automatically connects them to where you have them set up.
Okay.
There you go. That's the simple answer.
That was the first question of the day, right?
Right. Right. If we get more questions in, we're having a chill Wednesday. Wednesday, everybody. It is the middle of the week. Middle of the week. That's right. It's hump day. Yeah. I hope you got your coffee because it is the middle of the week. That means you're barreling through it, and you still got a couple more days to go to the weekend.
Yep.
I've got my cup, but unfortunately, it's empty. So
no,
sad face.
Okay, we need an exclamation mark center in the chat. His cup is empty.
Come on, the rest of us were good enough to refill.
Have you played any of the new cards yet, Tybalt?
Not a single one. I got my 3 free packs yesterday, and I think I had maybe 1,000 or 10,000 gold, so I bought 10 packs just so I could get a bonus pack. But I have nothing. I've played with nothing of the new set yet. Is there anything good that I should be looking for? Or should I just save my wild cards?
There's a lot of good cards in the set. It's a fun set. However, I don't think my personal opinion is I don't think it's quick enough.
Yeah.
Because you know how the mono red is.
Yes.
What the heck is that sound?
Not I.
That was weird.
Well, look at that command that just popped up.
Did you just make that?
That's right.
Well, it's true. I'm surprised we have not had a Sinner one yet.
I mean, playing the dragons, it's so good. And I just think it's a little too slow because, especially about it being in 3 colors. Of course, you know, dragons have always been big, beefy creatures that cost a lot.
Yeah.
In general.
Yep.
You're looking at an average of 6 mana cost.
Exactly.
But
5 to 6 mana cost.
You got 4 and 3 mana costs. I've been out there. Power levels differ for sure.
Yep.
Power levels differ.
Well, if you're playing white and blue, you can always cheat out that omniscience.
Yep.
Omniscience.
Yeah.
I still need to get myself a copy of Omniscience.
Yeah.
I still
I
need
don't
a
have a
copy.
copy.
Well, that's not my fault. But you know where you can buy them at your local game store, cardkingdom.com, or maybe you can find one at the Tibalts Apprentice store. Link in the description.
Maybe you can.
Yeah, maybe you never know.
Yeah.
Go check out the store.
I'm actually curious myself. Now I'm going to go check.
Is this store even open? is your store even open?
It is open. Absolutely. Opened up 2 days ago and is alive and kicking at this point. So
Cool.
you can find all kinds of weird things. I don't have a lot of necessarily the hot cards, but if you're looking for a unique card or something that's that you want to dig deep, you can find some weird ones in there because I've been collecting for 30 years. So no telling what you might find in there. Way too
30
long.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That explains the hair on your head is missing.
This is why it's missing. Yes.
The cards took over your head.
Yes. They took my money and my hair.
That's funny. Oh man. But hey, how's everybody in chat line doing out there? I see there's a couple of you out there. Let us know how you're doing. Let's get some love in the show. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And if you've been around the channel and want to support us even more, you can always join our membership. It's like $1 to $2 a month. And what you do helps out with the channel. So check it out. I don't really shill the memberships out, so I feel like I can fit it in there.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Where do you go to do that? You can find the link. Hey, there's TCG Dude.
Yeah. Tibalt sold me legendary land from Legends last year. Was in great condition. Thanks again. Hell yeah.
Yes, it was.
Cool.
You know, Tibalt sold me land once. He sold me
Swampland.
Well, swampland, but you also sold me that 3 miles worth of land on 1 Mile Island.
Oh, I thought he
And you
sold
at no
you.
point got that maybe he was pulling your head a little there. 3 miles on a 1 mile island. I think you're the one that deserves that.
I thought he sold you a piece of land in Scotland that they were selling, so you can be knighted as a sir.
No, I got that. I got that anyway, so that way I could have everybody call me sir, and I can have serfs and servants that'll do things.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I do have a friend that is named Lord in front of them because they bought a small piece of land. They can never go to their piece of land. It's like in a place that no one's allowed to access because like the army say you can't go past this bit. So you could buy this land. You can't set foot on it, but it's given him the title of Lord.
That's funny though, because your friend did that. Tortoise was mentioning that thing. Turned out like what they do is like they have like this area in Scotland that's like government forestry land, and they have for every foot they've sectioned off for you to be able to buy a foot worth of land, a square foot.
Right.
And it's there are some people who were claiming last year that it was a scam, and but you still see these commercials all the time for it.
Well, here's the thing: you can't police the land if you're not there, and they found out there's more people buying land than there is actually square mileage.
Oh,
and so the land that they're selling, the scam is they're making profit selling land that you can't police. Well, there's a story. There's people who own pieces of the moon, right? Like the people sell.
Okay, I want to own the moon. Who cares if I can actually get it? I want to own a piece of the moon.
All right. Now that was a big scam back in the 90s. Also with the Oni Star. I mean, first of all, back in the 90s, that was a big old huge scam. I mean, it's a better scam to own a tree at a park than it is to buy a star for a loved one and name that star. And typically they found out that like of all the stars that are in the star registry, the ones that people are buying, they're not even adding to an actual star registry.
Right.
Hmm.
But see what I'm talking. But when I'm getting to a point here, there's a guy who owned a piece of the moon. NASA went to the moon. They ended up landing on his plot of land. He sent them a bill for parking on his land. He literally did. This is a true story. You can look it up. And since he couldn't police that piece of land, like there's nobody to stop there, detain, to protect, whatever, NASA didn't have to pay him. Yeah. like if you really don't own the land that you say you own, you got a piece of paper that says you own it, but if you can't police it, it's legitimately not your land.
Wow.
That seems awesome. It's almost like buying squares in what do you call a Super Bowl pool or whatever.
Right.
You're like betting on where the ship's going to land and stuff, like free parking or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you just came up with a game idea. It's
Yes.
it's like Monopoly, right? Mixed
Yeah.
with Battleship, you know.
Yes.
You know what we'd call it? We'd call it Moonopoly.
Monopoly. That's right.
Oh, that was bad and good at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Right, but imagine playing Monopoly and Battleship. You go around buying properties for people to rent, but then each turn someone's trying to blow up a slot of land at random without knowing who owns it, and if you hit them, you get to take their money.
It's almost like a missile command in there.
Yep.
My luck, I probably blow up my own land.
Right.
Oh, Missile Command. One of the best Atari games to ever spend my time with it. First of all, one of the best Atari games that you have to use a ball mouse for.
Yeah.
Definitely. I spent so many tokens on a Missile Command machine when I worked at Namco.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you worked at the arcade, you're probably just broke in general. Too many quarters going in those machines. Playing Ninja Turtles, Mortal Kombat, playing Star Command, pinball,
Mm-hmm.
See, the advantage was I worked the arcade. I had access to the key. I opened up the little gate, hit that little coin lever about 80 times, and play my fair share of games, and then say, "Hey, this one has some free credits left on it," and walk away.
Right.
I was very popular at my arcade.
Oh yeah, very popular.
I'll be honest with you, and I also looked very snazzy with the little, with this little token thing that sat on my belt. Had like 5 rows that you can put coins in for tokens.
Make the quick change stuff. Nice.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved that thing. I got real good at the coins out one at a time.
Nice.
But really quick, if I can find it, I actually got a card of the day today. The card of the day is Naga Fleshcrafter.
Oh,
good card.
Yeah.
Like Tibalt could build a deck around this card. It costs 3 genetic and a blue. It says you may have this creature enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. So it doesn't have to be your creature; it can be any creature. But the cool part about this card is not that it's just a clone effect; it's a snake shapeshifter. It has renew. You can exile this card from your graveyard, put a +1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Then each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. You activate this ability only as a sorcery. So if you have like a dumb 6/6 with trample on the battlefield, and your opponent is running a couple 3/3s, and you got a couple 1/1s, and you renew this from your graveyard, put a +1/+1 on your 6/6 with trample, and all your creatures become 6/6 with trample. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the what's the card, the Biomancer? Is that the one that if you have 5 copies of it, it's you win the game?
Biomancer, yeah.
That's not a legendary, obviously, because you can make 5 copies of them, right?
Right. But I believe that's a trigger that happens at the end of turn.
End of turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't automatically affect when you have 5 copies. I think that's the beginning of upkeep or end of turn, you win the game.
So if you have any deck building questions, she just left. Never mind. She just poked her head in here. I was going to make her show up and give you deck advice. After yesterday's discussion, I was feeling left out, so we should have her build some decks for people.
Let's catch up with chat really quick. TCG dude, Quarter Officer Dan at your service. That's right. Cane Checker. Whoop whoop.
What's up?
Yeah, TC Dude, Cane Checker, and we got Kovacs chilling out. Kovacs, GG's, what's up? We need to come up with a unique little call out for you. Kovacs, thank you for being a member of the channel and being awesome. You rock, you roll. Yeah, then we got a picture sent in by Manamunk today. He sent us this picture. It's a cute when you get that first sip of coffee. Good morning. My cats would not desecrate their fur with anything wet other than their tongue cleaning themselves. So I don't see a cat really leaning its chin in coffee, but hey. Then today I tried coming up with a meme for fun. They got Sophisticated Billy the Raccoon drinking the coffee for a good morning shake-up. Yeah. That's me just dirtling around.
Is there something in particular that makes him sophisticated, or is it just because he's drinking coffee?
Well, the question is have you ever seen a raccoon sit still and drink coffee?
Well,
A good point.
I do see something wrong with this picture.
Well, the cup is pink?
No.
Hey, a raccoon can
There
drink
ain't no
from whatever
tortoise
colour
cup
he
in
wants.
There's no what?
Tortoise cup in it.
That is very true.
That's very true. But I was
come on,
having
look at
fun.
it. There's a massive space on the counter there.
Well,
Why
look
is
at
this
it.
cup not
Look
there in
at the
limelight?
picture. Look at the AI generated picture here. The pink cup he's drinking out of looks like it has nothing in it. But if you look at the green cup at a distance, it has even whipped cream on top.
Yeah.
Must be a latte.
Maybe the raccoon there is expecting company,
Right?
and he's already got that second coffee ready for the company that's just off camera.
Right.
Hold on, take your picture, pose. We're gonna take a picture of this right here. I mean, it's a very considerate raccoon getting his picture taken. Most raccoons don't like to get their picture taken.
Right.
I guess that's where the sophistication comes in. He's got manners and he's offering coffee to folks.
That's right. That's right.
Which is
Sure, he's
also
offering
very
coffee
rare
at
amongst
night.
raccoons.
Yes.
Well, thinking of fun things, I want to remind people there's a future project in mind to make some tokens.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, I want to make some tokens. I want to get them printed off. Don't know when it's going to happen. I still need to do some good discovery because the website I was going to use is kind of blocked by tariffs right now. So the price of them I need to find a good price for them. Get a company who makes them. But yeah, I want to make some tokens. I love this. Buy American. America. That's right.
Yeah, you won't get the tariffs if you buy American.
That's right.
I don't know. Have you tried looking at Britain? Maybe we have some better suggestions for you. Not that I've ever looked into it, so I wouldn't have a clue.
Right. Well, it's just one of the best custom card maker companies are out of country. That are cheap. That are cheap, I should say. Because in America, we got Ultimate Guard and we got Tops. And another company, I can't think of the name, that will customize cards for you for a premium price.
I mean, I didn't even know it was such a thing until you first showed them a while ago.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know you could get such things. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. I know. I was referred to a company that could do it from DJ where he got his tokens made. So I might check them out. I have to check them out, but I still got to do some stuff before I can do that on that end. Because I got a game to play test.
Oh, it's all a process. You got to design it, and then you got to work out where you're going to get it printed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then even further down the line, you have to work out, now how am I going to afford to get it printed? Who cares? Later problem.
Next problem. Whoa. Well, I heard Hillbilly is doing something new today.
I am.
Yeah, Hillbilly,
Well, that
Hillbilly,
sounded encouraging.
Hillbilly said he's going to try out a mono red deck.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on to the
I
dark
hate
side.
mono.
It's
I hate
fine.
mono red.
He's already being scared off it. Come on, we've got to encourage him to do it, not scare him away. How do
Right.
we encourage him?
Well, look, he's already dressed for the part.
That's
That is
right.
true.
Mhm.
Red
True.
already.
Hans Juggernaut Warsick, what's up?
So,
So I'm still stuck in platinum. Oh no, Hans, it's nice to see you. Welcome to the show. You might have been traveling here for a bit with the creep, but the creep is appreciative that you showed up. Join the power of the mouse. That's right. The house of mouse.
So, for someone that doesn't play Arena, what level is platinum? Like, are you starting at like going through the bronze, silver sort of thing?
yeah, I
Do
mean,
you
you
end
go
up at like
through
diamond or something?
go through gold. There's like 4 tiers in each one. You got gold, silver, platinum, diamond, and then mythic.
Ooh.
You know what? If Hillbilly plays that mouse deck, we'll create a theme song for him going the house of mouse. MICKEYMOUSE. I'm kidding. I can't create something. You know, one thing I noticed, I went to Suno yesterday, and now they're saying the free version of Suno, you can't use their music on commercial.
That's always been a thing technically, but the legalities are very up in the air. Technically, the way the law is set, nobody can own AI product
Right.
because it's not technically made for a human being. That's why you should always, if you're creating AI music, always write the prompt before you make it, because what technically like with Jesse and I's theme song, Jesse and I wrote our theme song like straight out, so we own the lyrics, but technically we can't own the theme song of our with the music itself because it's made by AI.
Makes sense.
That's why we're always open for any musically inclined people that feel like they want to try and make our song into their own
Yeah.
proper, real non-AI music.
Right.
Back in the 90s, there was this guy who that set the precedent for the way the law is written now for AI and other non-human artists. And back in the 90s, this guy gave a camera to an orangutan at the San Diego Zoo. And from there, he donated to a contest. He donated the pictures to a contest at the Getty, where the orangutan had took these pictures. Well, the Getty had argued that because the pictures were donated for a contest, that they own the rights to the pictures. The same thing that YouTube has with every video that you upload. Technically, YouTube technically owns the upload rights over you. Once you upload it, it's in the TOS. The same thing with your photos that you upload to Facebook or Twitter. You relinquish the rights. Well, so the Getty decided to sue the photographer who had the orangutan take the pictures. Well, the zoo who took part in this also took part in the lawsuit against the photographer who gave the orangutan a camera, claiming that the zoo owned the orangutan, so therefore the picture taken by the orangutan is technically owned by the zoo, because the zoo owned the orangutan, not the artist who gave the camera to the orangutan, and not the Getty who was suing the artist. And so the United States government stepped in and created a law that says only a registered human being who is a registered citizen of the United States can take claim to art. And this law had then since made its way over into AI,
Right.
stating that because AI is not a sentient human being who is registered as a living being in the United States, therefore, technically, you cannot own AI created software, or not AI created anything, any AI created piece of art in if you're a United States resident, because technically the AI is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are you telling me
Anyway.
my lab doesn't exist?
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, like, I went to download a song I created yesterday, and they came up with a prompt saying, this is if you paid the subscription for the A4 thing, you would be able to own the song, but you don't own the song because it's a free version. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. The technicality is even they're wrong on that, but they got to make money. Business has got to make money, so they're going to try to say that they own it over you in the first place.
Right.
That's going to be the catch-22, and the catch-22 is any AI company else would go, well, if this was built, if like, say, for example, Suno used Chat GPT to create lyrics, then technically there'd be an issue with which AI made the music, which AI created the things. A lot of these AI art softwares, especially music and video, they use multiple AIs, one for the audio, one for the music, one for the creating the image, one for creating your script. And so from there, you get into a rabbit hole on what you could actually use and own, where you can use everything. And the way the copyright laws are set up, they can try to strike you for just about anything. I was copyright stricken for my voice once.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna have issues on this then because my intro song is completely Suno.
Well,
Right.
I think you're safe because
You're safe.
you're safe because, well, first of all, your song was created before they started doing the prompts. So
Okay.
Yeah, you're safe to a certain degree. See, the thing is if Suno really wanted to come out and try to go, you used our product, but you didn't have the full registered version, then that might be a little bit of a different issue, because they can do that because the AI belongs to them. Like they created the AI, which it created that, and there's a little loophole that goes, if we wanted to fight it, a big business will be able to use those loopholes over a small independent creator like ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna have the deep pockets to fight it.
all right, but
Part of,
anyway,
part of the reason why I paid for my Suno outright, just for in case, and if anybody needs a song made and they want the full version that's paid for, contact me, and we'll do it for free.
all right.
See, I don't have the paid version of Suno or anything like that.
All right, let's
So long
catch up
as
with the chat.
the song was made when you had a paid version,
No, I
Then
never
it's
had a
fine.
paid version.
then technically you can't. If it's made on the free version of Suno, you don't have commercial rights for it.
Right, but you're not even big enough to worry about that at the moment.
Yeah. Plus, also, the argument of commercial rights is another thing that's also up in the air. Like, once it goes back to the TOS of YouTube and whatnot. Once you upload it to YouTube, do you technically own the rights to that video because of the TOS that they claim rights?
All right, let's catch up on chat again. Con says, gassing up the truck, gonna be home in a few, but it stopped to make sure I made it. Nice. He says, I'm 3 wins from a diamond. Nice.
Nice.
Paintmaker is telling Hillbilly to come to the squeaky side. Hans is rooting slivers before mice, but mice ain't dominating standard right now, or slivers
Yep.
aren't dominating standard. Lulu, hello. Lulu.
What's up,
Hi.
Lulu?
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Hans
Now,
says,
one thing. Go ahead.
Hans says, I'm basically just making the game currency. My deck would be 90% win rate, and in the 60 card deck, I'll draw 22 lands and want me to lose. That's funny. All right.
Yeah.
come back when you're home. Whoop, whoop. Then Han's like, Tibalt, I'm on a black keel deck. I don't know what the question is about, but it's there.
I was asking for a deck list and stuff. If he has anything near a 90% win rate,
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. But even 60% or so is good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, like in Legacy, you can find some decks with high win rates. You got the card pull for it. I don't know if Legacy is even a thing anymore. No? Yes? No? Do you even know what Legacy is anymore? Did you feel what Legacy is?
So this is how old I am. It's type 1 deck or type 2? Or do you have a type 1.5? Okay, so they didn't even have these crazy names for things. Yeah,
Legacy
would be the type 1.
Don't know is basically everything in Magic in a 60-card format.
Yeah.
You can even play commander cards in that format if they're powerful enough. TCG says, I'm liking Suno as a platform, looking for people to follow me on there. You'll find my music very week or so. Oh, every week or so. Not very week. Every week or so. Check them out.
I was gonna say, I follow TCG dude on Suno, and he's got some pretty good bangers. He recently put out a couple Final Fantasy themed songs.
Nice. TCG dude's like, I play Legacy. I'm ordering proxies to play here locally. Nice. And whatever artifacts you like to spice up the fun. Oh, that's a whole deck. All right, there you go. Yeah,
Cool.
the whole deck's in chat. Tibalt.
Yeah, you can see the concentration on his face there. He's working out, seeing in chat. All right, gotta write down this one. What's that? Then I need this. You can see it on the look on his face. He's dealing with it right now.
Maybe one thing we should design. We should get all the Magic heads put together and make a AI deck building software where you're like, I want a deck this format. How many cards, how many lands for this deck format? Automatically build me a deck, and it'll build a AI deck for you out of real existing cards that you can copy.
That would actually be very easy, assuming that websites like Moxfield, when it comes down to listing the card mechanics for every card, along with the mana value and all that, you could actually set up a AI generator that will help you build a deck like that. It'd be pretty easy. I mean, as long as the information's out there.
Then you put a budget. You put a budget that you want to work in, and they'll build the deck in that budget. And you're like, oh,
that's really what I would love to see. I would love to see more than anything else. I would love to see a piece of software that would give me budget alternatives to a specific card. Like, I know what card I wish I could play or had the money for. Like, give me X number of budget cards that kind of fill that niche.
I don't see why that couldn't be done. It seems like it'd be very simple. Like I said, you have websites like Moxfield and TCG Player and a few other websites that list out the cards. And with Moxfield, you're going to get like all the details of the card. You get TCG Player that'll tell you roughly the average of those cards' value. Have the AI communicate between the two sites. Give it the parameters that how many cards in a deck, how many lands, how many whatnot that you need for building. And I'm pretty sure you could easily have ChatGPT do that. I mean, it's if you wanted like a fancy little GUI to go with it and to do it on your phone or something, I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't be that hard to make an app.
It probably wouldn't be hard to make an app, but it'd probably be a little harder to fix it to where you want, where it counts synergy, like uses all the, Commander Salt has like all the ratios of synergy and what works in your deck and puts combos together. that would be a little trickier to add in, but it'd be fun.
That could come later. I just want, because like I know the card I want, and in my head I already know the synergies I'm looking for. So if I could just find X number of cards that did this same thing as this card or similar to this card,
right,
that would be enough to get me started and stuff. That's what I think.
Right. Han says, just input the cards you have and see if it's what the best options for synergy in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad idea, but yeah. All right. We need to raise like $2,000 and pay someone to design this app for us. Yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah, I know
working on that. I know.
No, I don't see that as impossible. Like the question is primarily is like, where are you going to use this app? Is it going to be a phone or tablet app that you can bring with you to out and about? Is it going to be computer? Will it be cross platform? Will you have it run from a third party? Where you need to be like on an app that connects to the internet? Are you going to be running the app where straight from the device that you download it to and not have to worry about any internet other than updating the pricing every once in a while in new card sets? I mean,
let me ask you a question first, just because I haven't played with it much. I've played with it, but just the things that I've done or whatever. Can you go into ChatGPT and ask it about current stuff? When I first got into ChatGPT, whatever. When I first got into using AI for that, the problem was it was roughly 1 or 2 years behind. Have they got more current processing?
There is a reason why people are afraid of AI right now, and it is because AI is getting so good. It's still in its infancy, but it is now. When people are saying, "Oh, AI is no better than a 5-year-old," but the problem is AI is about like a 5-year-old, and just like 5-year-olds turn 6, AI will turn 20 in a fraction of that time. And it does go up
exponentially. But what I was thinking was the parameters for it was searching the internet based on 2023 or whatever. I thought there was a limit as far as what the information it was accessing.
Well, the AI search bots access everything that's available on every search engine, unless it's told to leave it out. If it's not told to add it or not told to use it. Usually the AIs, they go through all the known search engines, and depending on who's keeping up with the programming on it, just like any other game or any other program, somebody's got to keep up with updates on things, especially if it requires websites to access knowledge. Where the nice thing about a search engine is a search engine looks up everything. It just crawls the internet like a spider. That's why, like, your early search engines back in the 90s, they had a spider next to them instead of the little Google logo or whoever your search engine is. Yeah, they were web crawlers. So they had these early bots that would just like crawl the internet and just gather the information. And they were really genius back in the early days of search engines, and pretty much they still have those things going on about the internet. Google's constantly building their database.
Right. Google just stuck out of the crowd as one of the strongest ones. That's why there's pretty much Google. I mean, you got Bing, but Bing is still not as good as Google.
Well, Google also has all the big government contracts, like for every government. there was I saw this conspiracy theory. If you're into conspiracy theories, there's this one that's like, because Google has all the major government contracts, that really Google is too powerful, because if you think about it, if Google's AI decides it wants to take over the world, it's already got all the governments in its hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
there's a
Bob.
conspiracy about it, a major one.
What's up, Bob?
Hey, Bob.
Bob Baran. Bob Baran. Ooh, I don't know how to sing.
So another quick question: how do you find people on Suno?
Well,
Easy. You go to suno.com/@kjcowboydan, and there you'll be
Okay.
able to follow KJ Cowboydan on Suno.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you find you on Suno.
I'm people. I am people.
he's a very popular people in the cartoon community. He's known as Etch-a-Sketch.
How do you
Yeah.
find other people that you don't know their names on Suno?
Randomly type at and their name.
You don't know their name.
That's why I said random.
Just
Right.
make up names.
Make up a name. You'll make friends. If you don't have one, make up a friend. And I guarantee you, the internet's a big place. As soon as you type in their name, they exist. You know, I didn't even know time capsule was a thing until I did a Google search for time capsule, and then now
I was
he's in
going
our
to say,
chat.
with AI, it'll make up a friend for you.
Yeah. You know, did I ever tell you about the song I wrote on Suno about my girlfriend Alexa?
Oh my lord! Yeah. What are you doing? You're going crazy. You're going mad. But anyways, no. The degeneracy of AI talk in today's episode. But seriously, though, the AI, I think the AI idea of deck building would be fun.
Yeah.
Like if you can just prompt up a commander, put in like a couple cards you might want on the deck, and then follow that theme, that suit, and like here's a deck. Because you know, sometimes when we build decks, we already look at existing decks that exist out there just to see what they're running and maybe what we want to run or what we can afford or can't afford. You know, and we kind of build the basis around that. Why not have a computer just kind of build us a deck? The AI just build us a deck, and we can take that as inspiration. Then we won't have any nitpickers complain about net decking, because it's not net decking because someone didn't create the deck. AI did.
True.
You know, I think that then you can argue that, well, the person who created the AI had to input all the knowledge and information into the AI in order for it to understand. So therefore, it goes back to a person who created the AI who created the deck. And
Therefore, I'm going to raise your salary. If you know what that's from, you're old. Modern EQ of dialing the wrong number and hoping a conversation starts. That's right.
There you go. Yes.
Well, everybody hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying today's weird random off topics as we talk about random stuff and answering your questions as they roll in, because you can answer questions or ask questions. Let's put it that way. You can ask questions. We'll answer them if we know the answer or not. Heck, we might have to Google it. Who knows? We'll answer the question.
Guaranteed an answer. It might be the wrong answer, but you're guaranteed an answer every time.
That's right. Guaranteed an answer. That's right.
Yep.
Like what kind of turtle wax does Tibalt use on his head?
It's all natural. It's called sweat because it's hot.
You do live in the hot air of Arizona.
Yes, I do now.
And now you live in the state where you need a little sunscreen on your scalp.
I need a hat is what I need. That's what I need.
Well, we need to raise enough money so we can make some super fast tortoise hats. There we go.
There you go.
Cool.
That's it.
Super fast tortoise hat. I should look that up to see how much it costs to make a hat, because I wouldn't mind wearing a Super Fast Tortoise hat in the future. Figure that out.
Remind me later, and I'll send you some of the companies I looked into, because I'm actually looking into right now getting some hats and some hoodies done for Jesse and I.
Nice.
Yeah.
Han says it's about 38 Celsius in Arizona today. Woo!
Oof.
What is this? I guess it wants me to share that.
What's 38 Celsius in American?
77.
Oh,
At least that's what my computer's telling me. It's about 77 outside and sunny.
oh, it's
Unless
nice
it's still set to the beach. I don't know.
Can I point out that by the fact that Hans is saying it's 38 in Arizona, I would go for the fact that he is in America, which puts him as slightly sort of American.
38,
And he's put it in degrees, so it is in American.
38 Celsius is 100 Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
There you go.
At least Hans is nice to do it in a way that everyone can understand. Well, I can understand.
In American.
For once, I can understand the temperature.
The Celsius and Fahrenheit are not just American and non-American temperatures. Other people use it. In fact, in America, we use both Celsius and Fahrenheit, depending on who you are.
Yep.
You know, I was irritated when I got my when I built my computer. Right, I have this this cooling unit on my computer, and it keeps on every time I boot in, and I finally fixed it. It gives me the temperature of my computer in Celsius, and I'm like, I don't want to look at you in Celsius. So I finally figured out how to switch my computer to tell me what the Fahrenheit is on my computer, and then I'm like, I don't like that number. We'll go back to Celsius.
You're putting it to a number that's going to make it look a lot higher and a lot hotter, and then you're like, no, my PC shouldn't be near this.
You know, and you know,
does that mean you measure speed in kilometers or American? That's funny.
I had it set there on the Fahrenheit, you know, for a few days, and Kaz came out to visit, and he looks at it and says, "Why is your computer melting?"
Oh my Lord! Don't melt the computer.
To be fair, we all, I think, use a mix of metric and imperial, because I know the temperature, what it is outside in degrees. But then if you do a thermometer and ask me what your body temperature is meant to be, that I know in Fahrenheit from growing up with a thermometer that was in Fahrenheit. So if you tell me your temperature is 36, I'm like, is that good or bad? You say it's 101. Oh, right. Yes, we definitely need to do something.
Right. But hey, have fun with it. Do fun things. You know, if you're going to melt your computer, you know, overclock your computer by 61 kilometers. There you go. So when your computer is melting, do you open it with the metric or American tools?
What's a hammer?
Right.
Whatever brute force works.
Isn't the hammer how you tell time? Because it's always like hammer time.
Maybe.
Right? You know, I'm just joking. You can't really touch this. No. No, can't touch it. That's right.
And the delirium is setted, boys and girls. For those people who got the time right, you win a subscription.
Hey, do time how you want to. If you want a military time, knock yourself out. I don't understand it. Well, I understand military time. I just don't like it. Like, I don't like looking at 1 to 12, 1 to 12, or 1 to 24. Like,
see, I like military time. I think it'd be a lot easier if everybody just switched over to military time. But here's the problem. Nobody does, and nobody wants to use it. They want this 12 hours, double 12-hour system thing going. And it's like, okay, but I don't want to be up at 6. Oh, you're talking 6 in the evening? Okay. Yeah, I'll be there. You know, you know,
Han says he prefers 90 miles per hour. Sounds nicer than 140 kilometers. That's right. Han says also use a 24-hour clock, right? So like it's just a difference, like between kilometers and miles per hour. You know, however you like it, just go with it. You know, if it makes sense to you, do it. But you know
Yep.
what also makes sense, my friends? There's one thing that makes a lot of sense, and that is the
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look at that, everybody. We actually reached a milestone on this video. We made it to the near end of the video, to the shill section. Congratulations, everybody. You did a good job. You got there. Yeah, that's right. Applause, applause. That was you. That was you. Congratulations for making it to the end of the video. Now, since you made it to the end of the video, answer this question in the comments below. What is your favorite color? But anyways, now, let's get to the shill section. We're going to start with the cat lady. Hi, Willie.
Hey. So, it's Wednesday tonight, which means it's podcast night.
Woo, woo.
I'm sure KJ will let us know what we're doing because he's got some interesting ideas and plans for tonight. Afterwards, it will be community fun night. I think at the moment it's looking like we'll be doing balloons. But if there's something you've got us dying to play, let us know beforehand. We might be able to. We might not, but there's no harm in asking at least.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's continuation with Mass Effect tomorrow.
Mass
We'll
Effect.
keep working on Mass Effect 2. I have no idea whether we're near the end, halfway there, nowhere near it, anywhere. Who knows? But we'll find out.
Check it out. Check it out. Kjcers, I don't like the shill section. It means the show's over. No. But thinking of shilling, we're going to go to the head in the liquid.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. So we're going back to our regular routine where we're going to have Wednesday night tonight procrastinating across the ocean with Jesse Hellwheeler and myself. Saturdays, we're going to be playing Mad Max. We're episode 3 this Saturday at 7 p.m. Central. Thursday, hopefully everything works out right, and you might see me on the MTG Roundtable. Don't forget, I am here Tuesday through Thursday, and they are here Monday through Friday. And you can always go to YouTube, like, follow, subscribe to me, Cowboy Dan.
Cowboy Dan.
And tonight's show, as Jesse said I would tell, we are going to pit AI against AI. ChatGPT versus Grok. Which AI can answer the questions the best, where we will ask one AI one question and the other AI the exact same question, and you, chat, will get to choose who is the winning AI.
Yes, sounds exciting, of like testing different toothpastes.
Probably. Can I just point out that one for our podcast? It looks like you're trying to chuck me out of my chair there. Is the aim here to try and see how far you can fling me?
That's funny. Now let's roll over to the sensational Matt Saxon.
I don't know about sensational, but thank you very much. Always happy to be here. You can find me. I haven't been you can find me on Instagram more often than not. I try to do something there daily, but I've been off for a little while, as you know. Moving to Arizona, I am here. My store is open. I am happy to be joining you guys, and that's really all I have to shill. Is catch me here when you can.
We will catch him here, and if you want to check out his store, the link is in the description below.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a store that's in the description. How do I do that again? You said just type in Tibalts. I don't know.
That's right. We need to make. I need to get your link to the store again, and I can make a chat command for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Then we're gonna roll over to Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. Today is Wednesday. So today, I'm going to test out some new cards, some new decks, since we just got Dragonstorm in, and hopefully we can find a good deck to try to run on the ladder. That's all I got planned for today is trying to find some new decks.
Ooh, sounds good. Trying to find some new decks, play some mono red mice.
Are you looking for stuff that specifically features dragon cards, or you're just looking for a solid deck to play?
Right now I'm looking for a solid deck to play. And with the new cards, because we got new cards. And trying to make a good deck that'll try to be the aggro a little bit.
Boom, boom. Check it out. Check it out. Check his channel out. Everybody, link in the description and in chat. And with that, we got Super Fast Tortoise. You can't forward us because we're always thwarting with that. Everybody's gonna torting. I don't know what the word is to rhyme, but I tried. Anyway, everybody, it's been amazing tonight. I'm probably gonna play some video games around 6 o'clock ish. So come check us out around 6 o'clock. See what kind of fun and we can have. I want to thank everybody for being on the show. Hillbilly, Tibalts, KJ, Hellwheeler, you guys rock. Everybody in chat, you rocked it. We had 19 people today in the show.
Sweet.
Like hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you like what you hear, like what you watch, what you see. We do fun things. We do this every day, Monday through Friday. But with that, I want to remind you all that you are amazing and you are loved. And someone's thinking about you. And if you can, brighten someone's day a little bit more because you might be the change they need today. And with that, let's get to the end section. And thank you, channel members.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning.